retired corporate executive and telecommunications engineer. I hold a bachelor's degree and a master's degree in electrical engineering from Concordia University, a master's degree in business administration from McGill University, and I've attended many management courses and programs internationally, including one at INSEAD in France. I have had a long and, may I say, successful career in telecommunications, and since retirement, I have worked at times as a telecommunications consultant. In 2013, I joined a well-constituted management team headed by Adolphus Daniel, representing eBeam Interact Limited in a contract with the sports company of Trinidad and Tobago. eBeam was to provide the educational component of an intervention program aimed at addressing social issues faced by young people at risk in certain areas around the country. My role for eBeam was to provide technical expertise and management guidance for execution of the program. I took the lead in managing the design of a wide area network to connect 39 centers to a hub where all the educational material, lectures, assignments, participants' profiles, attendance records, etc., were to be kept. This entailed many hours of meetings over a 3-month period, at the end of which the physical field facilities, the network elements, and protocols were all identified, and only the software programming remained necessary in order to make the network a reality. Next, both Mr. Daniel and I held the discussions with his international partners on integration issues surrounding the platforms and equipment that were to be deployed on the network. They were excited to participate in the project. Simultaneously, work was being done on network security and software development by local and international companies. eBeam's approach was an ambitious undertaking that would have allowed the participants to access educational material in person or online, thereby providing them the opportunity to complete the educational aspect of the program at their own pace. Mr. Daniel asked me to arrange and to manage the operations once the classroom activities started, in order to relieve him of that responsibility so that he could return to other, more important international commitments. Thereafter, he would act as a consultant to the project. We never got to that stage. As part of the management team, I attended meetings with the sports company of Trinidad and Tobago to progress the implementation of the program. I was deeply involved in the evaluation of the readiness of the centers where the classroom activities were to be conducted. Some centers reached the level of proper preparedness, but most of them were lacking in some aspect of readiness, and some were woefully underprepared. At meetings, the issues were brought to the attention of the sports company for rectification. The plan was to have all the centers at a required standard of readiness before commencement of the educational module. This was necessary because, as you would appreciate, you could not start the program in a center where there was no electricity, or there was no water, or there was no place to secure equipment. My overall role was part of a much more complex business undertaking, which involved the local and international companies and personnel, and required a tremendous amount of planning, effort, and time, and was indeed very costly. Before coming on board, I discussed the objectives of the program with Mr. Daniel, and I volunteered to participate free of charge. This I did for 2 reasons. First, being passionate about helping young people to achieve their dreams, I applauded the vision to create an initiative using sports and education as enablers of social change in communities at risk. And I can say that in my visit to these communities, there was great enthusiasm by the participants for the program. Secondly, I have worked with Mr. Daniel on many voluntary programs during the years that I've known him. And he's a person of great commitment, dedication, and resolve. I therefore felt very confident that an excellent choice was made in awarding the contract to eBeam Interact Limited, because Mr. Daniel is a person with an unblemished and proven track record of success in education and social intervention. And as such, the program had a high probability of achieving its goals. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for your attention.